At this point in time, I've made a video about both Naruto Uzumaki and Sasuke Uchiha, two characters who, while flawed, I really like. So I figured it was probably time I round out this little trilogy, breaking down all of the positive qualities of the third member of Team 7, Sakura Haruno. Okay, here's the deal. Sakura kinda sucks. And if you're a Naruto fan, chances are you either agree with me, or you know quite a few people who do. But it didn't have to be this way. Sakura isn't a character that was destined to be lame. Really, it all comes down to the fact that Kishimoto is not very good at writing women. Of course, I don't think the editors at Jump were really encouraging him to do a better job, but that's a whole different point. Today, I am going to do the impossible. I am going to fix Sakura Haruno. First, we need to outline why Sakura is so hated among the fanbase. Ultimately, it really comes down to three things. Number one, she is useless. This is a fact particularly true in part 1, where all Sakura ever does is stand around and yell for Naruto or Sasuke to save her. There was a brief change to this at the beginning of part 2, where she not only showed her medical expertise by devising an antidote to Sasori's poison, but she even helped Chio defeat him in battle. I mean, he let them win, but still, it was a really cool fight. Unfortunately, that's about where Sakura's usefulness to the plot ends. She pops up in the war arc with a fancy new technique, but really all she does is heal Obito and punch Kaguya once. We can do way better. Number 2, she's shallow. Sakura is one of the thirstiest females in anime. All she cares about is Sasuke. Sasuke this, Sasuke that, despite the fact that Sasuke does not give a damn about her. For whatever reason, she's, quote, in love with this Uchiha, despite the fact that she knows little about him, understands practically nothing about his life, and, oh yeah, he has actively tried to murder her friends on multiple occasions. And all of this might have been okay if Sakura grew out of it by the end of the series, but no. Just like when she broke down crying as Sasuke left the village at the end of part 1, she breaks down crying as he leaves to fight Naruto at the end of part 2. Yes, she's physically stronger, but she has not grown as a person one bit. Number 3, she manipulated Naruto. This one isn't as popular of a problem as the others, but it's arguably the worst. Naruto, who's just lost his master, has been beaten to a pulp by Cloud Ninja and is desperately trying to bring back Sasuke, largely because of the promise Sakura made him make. He's not having a great time right now. So instead of directly telling him that she messed up, that she shouldn't have placed that burden on him, Sakura falsely tells Naruto that she's in love with him. Wow. Her underlying goal may have been to fix her mistakes, but this is absolutely not how she should have gone about it. I mean, what was she gonna say afterwards if her little plan had worked? Oh, I know I just killed your friend, but I was also lying about loving you. Lamau, bye-bye. And the cherry on top of this sundae, when she does encounter Sasuke, she was going to try and stab him with a kunai? Yeah, this was a horrible move on Sakura's part, all around, and she never atones for it. So, how do we fix this character? Well, it's easier than you may think. First things first, I would not change a single thing about Sakura in part 1. Yes, I know she's annoying and bratty and a huge useless pain, but that's good. It sets up her growth later on. Then, in part 2, I would still have her beat Sasori with the help of Chio, just as it was originally. This truly was Sakura at her best in the series, and I don't think it needs any tweaking. It shows that she's grown in ability from part 1. All of the work now is letting her grow in character. The first change I would make is that Sakura should have a personal grudge against Orochimaru for taking Sasuke away from her, and she should express that when they eventually meet. Amongst their clash in the woods, Sakura will berate Orochimaru for stealing, quote, her Sasuke. But he'll respond, saying that Sasuke came to him of his own free will. She isn't in love with the Sasuke he knows, she's in love with her own personal idea of Sasuke. I think this is pretty in character for Orochimaru to say he'd enjoy messing with her mind. This causes Sakura to fly into a rage, and she threatens, quote, to use it, even this soon. But she gets knocked out by Naruto in his four-tailed cloak, just like in the original story. From here, the fight progresses as it did originally. In the Hidan and Kakazu arc, Naruto apologizes for knocking her out and for how hurtful Orochimaru's words were. But Sakura says no, he was actually right. She doesn't love Sasuke, but instead, she loves the person she knows he could be. This is the turning point for her character. She helps Naruto train his Rasen Shuriken and recognizes how he looks awfully familiar to Sasuke, who she used to watch train when they were kids. As the members of Konoha search for Itachi, Sakura considers the similarities between Sasuke and Naruto. Their tenacity, how they both have a brother figure who betrayed and abandoned them. She starts to realize how much she must have hurt Naruto by making him promise to bring Sasuke back. Later, during the Pain Invasion, Naruto hasn't made it back from training yet. Kakashi is down. Guy hasn't made it back yet. But instead of falling to her knees and crying, screaming out for Naruto to save her, Sakura actually does something this time. The Hokage and her star pupil fight together against the 6 paths of pain. In this version, I would have Tsunade and Sakura team up, and they would actually make some progress. If Konohamaru can kill one path of pain with a simple Rasengan, these two should be able to take down, I don't know, at least 3 or 4 of the paths. They won't even come close to touching the Diva path, though. Eventually, the two women will both be defeated, Tsunade sustaining rather serious injury. Just as Sakura realizes this is the end, she's about to unleash her own Strength of 100 seal, when Naruto arrives. Like in the original series, he defeats Pain and the day is saved. But Sakura realizes that she might actually be in love with Naruto? See, in the original story, Sakura hates how much pressure she put on Naruto by making him chase after Sasuke, and decides to kill Sasuke herself to make up for it. She tells Naruto she loves him in an attempt to trick him so she can join him and kill Sasuke herself. In this new version, Sakura will actually be confused with her own emotions. She's recognizing a lot of similarities between these two, and she feels like she could make Naruto feel better after all of the anguish she's caused him. She actually thinks she loves Naruto in this moment, and this is what fuels her decision to kill Sasuke. But Naruto understands what she really feels, and it makes this line so much more impactful. I hate people who lie to themselves. Instead of convincing Sakura that her lie isn't believable, like in the original, Naruto convinces Sakura that she's been lying to herself without realizing it. It's not that she stopped caring about Sasuke, it's that she has always been in love with the man she knew he could become, and has recently lost hope that he would ever become that man. See, this is where I would take all of Sakura's character flaws from part 1 and turn them into her greatest strength. She always sees the best in people. As a child, it made her naive and annoying. She fell for the kind of guy Sasuke could be, and she would constantly nag Naruto because he wasn't living up to his potential. As an adult, seeing the best in people makes her the most understanding and hopeful of Team 7. Let me break it down this way. Naruto sees things as they should be. He envisions an unrealistically perfect world and fights to make it happen. Sasuke sees things as they are. He understands how the world really operates and refuses to acknowledge that it could be better. Sakura sees things for what they can actually be. She is the mediator, uplifting Sasuke and reining in Naruto so that they can stay on target, as a team. So this is what Sakura realizes here. She does not love Naruto, never has. She loves the man that Sasuke could be, and so her mission from here on out is to make that happen. She's not going to trust Naruto to bring him home to her. She's going to whip Sasuke into shape herself, because she will not let his potential as a person go to waste. And with that, Sakura's absolute worst scene becomes one of her best. It would be emotional, define her character arc and motivation going forward, and would be very satisfying to everyone screaming about how superficial and naive she's been for the past 400 chapters. Also, I wouldn't have this conversation in front of like 4 other dudes. Who the hell confesses their love in front of a crowd? Go somewhere private, man. That's always the weirdest part of the scene to me. From here, the story can continue basically just like before. Sakura won't attempt to kill Sasuke, but instead will appear with Naruto and Kakashi when they confront him. Then the 5 Kage summit happens, the war begins, yada yada yada. Sakura will become relevant again during this shot, where Team 7 reunites to fight against Madara and Obito. Here, I would have Sakura finally awaken her long-teased Strength of 100 seal, and she'll be fighting almost on par with Naruto and Sasuke. I recognize that they are both insanely strong at this point, and I wouldn't buff Sakura too much here, but she will definitely be around Sage Mode levels of power. But here's the thing, I think just having her copy Tsunade's Strength of 100 seal is a little boring. I would also give her a special technique, one that only she can unleash in this state. It seemed weird to me that Sakura never got a unique attack or technique, while Naruto is over here spitting out 47 different versions of Senjutsu, Tailed Beast Bomb, Mini Rasen Shurikens with a side of fries. So I would give Sakura a unique jutsu based off of her Cherry Blossom motif, a set of chakra armor that conjures around her when the seal is activated. Tsunade is essentially a glass cannon in her battles, super strong but with no defense. She counteracts this by constantly healing herself from every injury. Sakura doesn't have the reserves to heal herself as much as Tsunade, so instead, she would channel all of her excess energy into super durable armor. Plus, it fits with the glowing aesthetic of the other 2 team members. Her gauntlets, a set of layered plates, could fire off individual pieces, granting her a long-range attack option as well. As for the name, this would be called the Sakuya Seal, named after Japanese goddess of flowers, Konohana Sakuya Hime. Anyway, when Sakura sees Sasuke on the battlefield, she confronts him, but he cuts her off, stating that he's not interested in her petty love affair. This is where she would surprise him and explain she's not chasing after him anymore. She's going to stop him and make him realize the type of person he could be one day. Of course, he would get the final upper hand in this conversation, shocking everyone, as he did in the original, by saying he'll be the next Hokage. This revelation will put Sakura at ease enough to fight alongside Sasuke throughout the war, and everything remains the same up until the fight with Kaguya. I would take out the really cringy line about how they're both women, but I absolutely would not make Sakura any stronger for this fight. She should not be on par with Naruto or Sasuke. Instead, I would have her act as backup for Kakashi, healing him and giving him chakra so he can sustain his Susanoo longer, and perhaps adding some of her chakra armor over Naruto and Sasuke during their fight, saving them from potentially lethal blows from Kaguya. After Kaguya is defeated and peace is apparently restored, Sasuke will reveal his plan to kill the Kage and control the world through revolution. In the original, Sakura repeats her fit at the end of part 1, falling to her knees, crying, begging Sasuke to come back to the village. In this version, she will have grown as a person and start attacking Sasuke outright, determined to stop him even though she knows she doesn't stand a chance. She could say something along the lines of, "I won't let you stain your heart like this, Sasuke, not while I'm still breathing. You can be so much better than this." Or something, I don't know. From here, he would threaten to kill her while Naruto stares on in disbelief. The two have a very brief scuffle. You could sort of have a fun fight with this. Sasuke says she may have been a bit of a challenge before he got his Six Paths powers, but she's nothing to him now. He knocks her out, as he doesn't think she deserves to die. This is what causes Naruto to get serious, and the two head to the Valley of the End for their final fight. Fast forward to after their climactic final battle. Sakura is there treating Sasuke's wounds. He apologizes and asks her to leave him there. In response, she tells him that he's an idiot if he thinks she's letting him go now. He is going to fix the mess he made, and he's going to apologize for everything in excruciating detail. Basically, she'll talk to him in the same way that she used to talk to Naruto when they were kids. And in the end, Sasuke won't leave the village with Sakura patiently waiting for him to return. She'll be very adamant that he rights the wrongs he's made, practically pushing him out the door. And when Sasuke does leave, he'll realize that it's far harder to leave the village this time. It's actually Sasuke that falls for Sakura. The roles are reversed now. He is amazed by her care for him, even after he tried to dispose of her. She sees the same kind of potential in him that his brother always did. And of course, Sakura will fall in love with Sasuke when he finally becomes the man she knows he can be.